Hey, it's Gene from the Assisted Living Network. The 3 ways to simplify getting started in assisted living right now. The one, most people really would love to do this if you can, is buy an existing home. A business and a home that's already up and running and operational. The question is it the right business for you? Some of them are for sale right now, but they're not good businesses. You should not buy them. The reason why they're selling them is because it's in the wrong location, it's too small, you can't profit, whatever it may be. I don't want to buy somebody else's problem. But if I can buy the right business in the right location, that paying for speed, paying for that business up and running right now is definitely the best way to simplify the process of getting started in residential assisted living. The second way to simplify this process is to partner with somebody who's already doing it. Now realize there's not that many people that are out there operating residential assisted living homes. But if they are, you could approach them and say, look, I'm interested in getting involved, let's partner together. Maybe you're the one that puts up the money or the real estate or the property, and they're the ones who are going to operate that business itself. That partnership, you bring something to the table, they bring something to the table, could be perfect. But again, I'm going to encourage you, don't partner with somebody unless you need to, unless it's important to. But the second simplifying process is to partner with somebody who's done it before, who's doing it now, who can get you up and running faster. The third way to simplify getting started in residential assisted living is to just focus on the real estate portion. You're the one that buys the home or finds the home, ties it up with a lease. You're the one who does the renovation, and now you're going to lease it to the operator. So what you're going to get out of it is that long-term lease at a higher than market value, that long-term lease, which means you're not going to have vacancies and repairs and maintenance. We're going to have that long-term lease. We're making money there, and if it's at a higher rate, that's even better. And if it's a long-term lease, that makes it simple for you, but also do it with a profit share. So you're getting a share of the profit. Let them do the work, but you get your rent plus a share of the profit. If the profit is $10,000, $15,000 a month, maybe you just charge them the regular rent, the normal rent. Let's say it's $2,000 a month, enough to pay your bills on that, but you also get 25% of the profit. This way you're getting best of both worlds. You're not operating the business, but you're getting a percentage of the cash flow, that profit from it. You own the real estate, so you get the appreciation, the depreciation, all the benefits of owning the real estate, but without the hassles of owning and operating the business. Let me give you one more piece. If you're going to be renting that property to them, maybe it's a 5-year lease. At the end of the 5-year lease, you now have a choice. You could say, yes, let's re-up the lease at a different rate for 5 years. Or you might say, I'm not suggesting you do this, but you might say, you know what, I'm not going to renew your lease. But now that the home has already been established and the business is already there, you could now open it up yourself in your name or your entity at the end of that 5-year lease, and now you're the one who's in control. You've now taken over, in essence, that location and that business and opened up right there behind them. If you were to do that, that's a pretty easy segue in, but for those first 5 years, whatever it is, you're either sharing the profit or you have a great tenant, but then ultimately it's yours. The 3 ways to simplify getting started in residential assisted living. Let's review one more time. Buy an existing home and the business. The real estate location is going to play a big part in its profitability and if this is a good one to buy. The operations that they have in place, are they paying their employees properly? Or are they calling them independent contractors and doing it improperly? So the idea of that business itself, buying an existing one, you really need to understand what makes it good or bad, right or wrong, up or down, the value itself, what is it worth? That's a big part of what we teach at our training, but simplifying, number 1, buy an existing business. The right business, right price, right location. Simplification to get started, number 2, partner with somebody who's already doing it. Maybe they have a home, you can partner with them and say, I'll provide what you need, the real estate, the renovation, and so on. You be the operator and you get a piece of the business. Maybe you partner together 50-50. Maybe you own the real estate and get a share of the profit. And then the third way to simplify getting started in residential assisted living, own the real estate, lease it to an operator. You can either get twice the market rent for a long-term lease with the tenant who's going to take care of your property, all good. Or you can say maybe it's a fair rent. We're charging you what the normal rent would be, and we also get a percentage of the profit share. Maybe it's 25%. And then I gave you the little kicker on the end. At the end of that lease, 5 years, let's say, you can either renew it or not renew it. And if you don't renew it but want to start the business yourself, it's your property, you can now restart that business. Many of those residents won't be able to move out soon enough anyway, so you could walk right into that business itself. So, 3 ways to simplify the process in getting started with residential assisted living. This is Gene from the AL Network saying do good and do well. If you like what you've seen and heard, please subscribe.